What's up, guys? It is Will here, back again, and I'm here to talk about Moduspace/Moducase this fine evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching. Guys, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more content about 6-scale collecting, statue collecting, everything in between, tutorials, reviews, live streams, everything you want to see. Guys, today I want to talk about Moduspace. As you guys know or may have seen, I just got my Moduspace cases in recently. Very, very excited about it. I put an order in for 10 cases. I ordered them approximately a year ago. I got them in about a year, and I want to talk about my experience a little bit and see, just share my thoughts about what Moduspace actually is. Do I recommend them overall? Is it worth it? All that good stuff. So I'm just going to showcase my collection here. As you can see in Moduspace cases, what you're seeing right off the bat here are 6-scale 165 cases. There are some customs in there, and you're also seeing a bunch of custom statue cases here with this. But this video really is more about, do I recommend Moduspace? What was my experience like building? And it's actually a little bit to talk about. So I ordered these cases about a year ago. As I mentioned, it takes a while to get these. So if you're a newer collector to statue collecting, to 1/6-scale collecting, if you're going to buy display cases, honestly, it's so hard to find anything that's even close to the quality of Moduspace. So with that said, you're going to have to wait. We always say in collecting and otherwise, you can get something fast and it can be low quality, or you can get something high quality and it can be slow. Generally, the options are one of those two. That said, Moduspace is no different. It doesn't fall outside the realms of those realities. Moduspace is very, very, very high quality, but you do wait for it. Again, if you order, just be prepared. You're probably waiting a year. But look at the results. You can see these Hot Toys figures, and the lighting it provides and the quality of these cases is phenomenal. Honestly, I have never seen as good quality of lighting in person ever as I have with these Moduspace cases. The quality of lighting is second to none. It is phenomenal. The build is, guys, difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. Building these Moduspaces is difficult. Again, I always like to tell people I am not a handy guy, right? I do not like assembling things. I do not enjoy it. I sometimes get frustrated with it. It's not my forte. I tend to have good skill sets in other areas. Building things is not a skill set of mine. I've tried to improve it over the years, but it's not something that I'm naturally good at. So it did take me a little bit longer. I do want to give a shout out to my friend Richard and my mom, both of which who helped me a lot with this build. They helped me build a lot of these cases. My mom in particular helped me build, I think, 7 of the 10. My friend Richard helped me build another couple more. So shout out to both of them. This would have been impossible without them. And of course, it would have been impossible without Brian Wong, the man himself, the CEO, the owner of Moduspace. Guys, the nicest, most helpful guy that I've ever encountered as far as retail, buying something, an owner, whatever. He did video calls with me, several of them. He answered all my texts. He answered all my messages. He was so helpful. Brian, I can't give enough kudos to him for this. But guys, let me just tell you, when you build these Moduspaces, be prepared. It's unlike nothing you've built before. I'm not trying to be hyperbolic here. It's difficult. The instructions, to be honest, are a little lacking. Brian is working on them. The instructions do need improvement. There are some videos out there. Some are helpful, some are not. If you're not super handy, you just don't get it right away, it's not your language, then some of the videos move a little bit too quickly. Some of the videos don't exactly explain where each part is and what exactly they're doing. They just say, oh, flip this up and put this part in. But for the uninitiated or the unfamiliar like myself with handiwork or with some of the materials, it's not exactly super easy, and it's not exactly like common sense for us. So I do gotta tell you guys, when you build these, you gotta prepare for a lengthy build. I had 10 cases. I'm not saying it's gonna take you as long as it did me, but it took me about 2 weeks to build them all because the amount of time I had to dedicate to each one, and I had people helping me, it was a little bit of a process. If you have a whole weekend, you have like 2 to 3 people willing to sit down with you over that weekend, you could probably build 10 in a weekend. But with me, I wanted to take my time. I wanted to do them right. And it was a process. It was a lot of trial and error. We put one part upside down. We had to flip it. We had to undo the whole case, then do that part. The build is not easy. So is it worth it though? Yes, the end product is absolutely worth it. It's phenomenal. The lighting, the quality of the cases, the acrylic, all of it adds up to something really exceptional that makes your display just absolutely pop and look museum quality. These Moduspaces, for the price you're paying, you're never going to find anything better value than these. These are phenomenal. They're the best cases that you can get in our hobby of collecting, in our niche of collecting. So if that is important to you, I would highly recommend Moduspace. There are a couple things though, like I mentioned, you got to be prepared for the weight. You got to be prepared for the build. Those are two very important factors. This is not an easy process, and it's not without its downsides. The upsides are you're going to have an amazing displayed collection with awesome lighting and beautiful backdrop and everything. It's just stunning. The display is just fantastic. The acrylic is a little bit of a pain in the ass to clean. I'm not going to lie. I've gotten some new cleaners. I've tried a couple different things. None of them have really worked great. You can see a couple smears here and there, but I've tried. I've cleaned the acrylic 3 separate times with different cleaners, and none of them have held perfectly. So I'm trying another one, and I'll update you guys on that one. But yeah, the build is strenuous. Connecting the module cases, difficult. Very difficult vertically. Connecting them horizontally, pretty simple actually. There are a lot of great videos out there by Graham, Jedi Night's Watch, that I would recommend checking out. Graham was also super helpful in this build. He video chatted with me as well. Riley was helpful as well. Riley Reviews, check him out. So yeah, a lot of helpful content out there, but still lacking in some sense. We need stronger instructions. I know Brian is working on them, but I honestly cannot say enough good things about these other than that. They have downsides, but the upsides, again, are tremendous. What they do for your collection is really quite remarkable. I can look at this Pennywise right here, and it's never looked better than it has in this case. It's a stunning piece, not that it's not, but the lighting and a beautiful display like this, it just really adds so much. It adds so much classiness to your display and to your collection. Every time now that I walk into my collection room, I'm like, damn, this is the collection that I've always dreamed of displaying. And Moduspace allowed me to achieve that goal. The display cases are a huge deal. Guys, we spend so much on our collectibles, but we neglect displaying them. You should really spend as much, if not more, on your displays as you are really with your collectibles, right? If not close, right? You should invest in your display is really the point here. And it's going to be pricey. You know, no matter how many cases you get or which ones you buy, they're going to be pricey. You can see here with the 6 scale cases, there's a couple customs. Some of them are 25 inches tall. They're 6 scale 165s. So the 6 scale cases I have are 6 scale 165s. 2 of them are 25 inches in height. The regulars are others are typical 6 scale cases. The statue cases you're seeing are mostly custom. A couple Max 140 customs on the top, a custom Max 140 in the middle with Drogon and Iron Throne, and then Max 150s that are customized at the bottom. All this whole display is custom. They're about 33 inches in depth each case, but yeah, they're great. I can't say enough good things, guys. This Sauron, look how good the Sauron looks in this lighting. It's stunning. I'm upset I didn't film my collection tour with my Canon R6, but I will for the next one. So for the next one, I will do it right for you guys. But you can see the figures, they just pop. I will say you can sort of guess and plan out your display before you get it in, but when you get it in, you're probably going to have less space for figures in the 6 scale cases than you might have thought, just because there's lightsabers, there's Loki's scepter, as you can see, Thor's hammer, Thanos' big ass base. It just takes up more space than you would think. But yeah, just plan for all that, sort of measure as much as you can, sort of plan out how you're going to put all your figures together. And there's a million different ways you can organize it. The black felt displays are just really, really cool. The white module spaces are also really cool. You can see an empty case here. That's what it looks like once it's assembled. I will have room for statues to put there, but you can see you just slide the board in. You connect the cases horizontally there, and the magnets on the front hold the door in place. But really, it's just a quick video saying, do I recommend Moduspace? Highly yes, I do. But again, you got to factor in that this is going to be a process. I honestly have never been more, I feel like I could build any piece of furniture now. I feel like this strengthened me as a human, this build, because of how resilient we needed to be, especially my mom and I and my friend Richard, to get this build done. It was difficult. It was very strenuous. I'm not going to lie. But again, I'm a little bit of maybe I'm too whiny when it comes to building. I got very frustrated with this, but it did turn out great. Once you figure it out, it does get easier once you figure out the basics, but there is a learning curve. Let's just say that. But the final result, more than worth it. Again, this collection makes me proud. It makes me proud of the collection I've assembled and the collection I've displayed. And that would have not been possible without Moduspace. So I would highly recommend checking them out, guys. Go to the Moduspace website. You can order from a lot of different places. I'd probably recommend just ordering from Brian himself. Just simpler. You can get custom displays. You can talk to them. You can order the display. It's going to be perfect for you. I would just recommend going through them. I had breakages. I had 2 6-scale 165 cases that came broken in the railings. Brian replaced them ASAP, got them out to me immediately. Super great customer service. Can't recommend them enough. Again, amazing, amazing. Guys, check out Moduspace. Highly recommend them. If you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them. But yeah, I'm absolutely in love with my collection. Thank you, Moduspace, for everything. I love it. Absolutely love it.